There are probably gonna be people who hate this video, but that's okay. Hello, I'm a cat called Miaw, aka the Christian cat, and I try to look a little deeper into God's word every day. So first of all, before I start, I just want to say Blessed Christmas to all of you. And I mean, this video is like after Christmas, but it works. And I hope you're all staying safe and happy and blessed, and all your families are safe. So anyway, as you can see from the title of today's video, I will be talking about the new PS5. Yeah. And also, you can see from the title of today's video and the name of my channel, The Christian Cat, you can tell that I am a Christian, and I'll be talking about this PS5 PS5 from the perspective of a Christian, because I feel like there's a lot to say. So anyway, without further ado, let's just jump straight into the video and see what I feel about this PS5 as a Christian. Let's go. So the new PS5 is out, right? Recently, it's a very recent thing. Okay, because I don't play games or anything, so I don't keep up on games. I don't know if there's a new Nintendo somewhere. I don't even know if Nintendo is still a thing. I had one, by the way. I had a pink one, which always rosa, which is kind of annoying. But anyway, whatever. Yeah, I know there's the new PS5 that just came out. I don't know when, just very recently. And I know that it was like a hype, I think. You gamers can you know, you can correct me if you want. I don't mind. I don't mind being corrected. I'm not a gamer, so I don't know anything, okay? I just know that the PS5 is a new thing that just came out, and I remember like there was a lot of excitement for it, and I think even now people are still like very excited. Maybe a lot of people like have ordered it but they haven't got it yet. I don't know, but yeah, I remember there was even like, I think there was a fake Instagram like filter, Instagram or Snapchat, I don't remember, but like some kind of filter, like you can pretend, like you can fake that you got a PS5. I remember that was a thing. So yeah, basically, you get the point. Most of you have probably heard that PS5 is out. And just a little disclaimer, I should put a disclaimer at the beginning of the video, but who cares? Just a little bit of the disclaimer. This video is not me trying to bash on PS5. I know there's gonna be like some fans like, how dare you say these things, you know? But I'm not bashing on any games. I don't even have the right to do that. I'm not a gamer. I'm not into games. I played games before. I've played Snakes and Ladders, sis, and Smurf Village and stuff like that. But Clash of Clans, you know, and things like that last time. But I'm not coming from that kind of perspective. I'm coming from what I see in this as a Christian, and I'm not necessarily pointing fingers at any gaming company or the company that made PS5. I'm not pointing fingers at anyone. I'm just addressing like a bigger problem here that I see as a young Christian and as a young person in general. So that's just a little disclaimer, and now let's move on. Now, I am not a gamer and I don't play games, so there must be a reason for that, right? So the first reason is that I am just not a gaming person. I just never was really into games. But I did play games growing up. Second reason is I actively avoid playing games. Even my friends, they tried to get me to install PUBG, and another friend tried to get me to install Among Us, because that's like the big thing now. Everyone's playing Among Us, right? And you know, the first reason why I didn't want to install those apps, those games, is because my phone at the time had no storage, and it just wasn't a phone for that. Like, it was very old and very slow and all that lah. So that's the first reason why I didn't want to do it. Second reason is because I just wasn't interested. And yeah, even when I got my new phone, I have a new phone now, and it's like so much better than the old one, right? I'm still grateful for the old one, obviously, but you know, I'm very grateful for this new one. And my friends were like, PUBG. But I was like, no, because yeah, first of all, storage. Second of all, I just don't want the app. Now, the third reason why I don't play games in general, not just PUBG, Among Us, just in general, I don't have games on my phone. I even uninstalled the games that were there. Like, when I got the phone, there was this game, I'm gonna admit, this game was actually quite fun. I forgot what it was, but it's like you shoot things in space. It was okay. I mean, it was fun for like the first 2 times I played, and after I was like, oh, uninstall, you know? So yeah, I just uninstalled it. Don't have any games on my phone, don't have any games on my computer. The reason for that, the third reason, first is, remember, the first reason I gave you just now is because I'm not a gamer. Second reason is because I'm wait, what? Did I give you a second reason? I'm not sure. Second reason is, I guess, I don't know, I'm not interested. Okay, whatever, doesn't matter. The third reason is I actually don't want to get addicted. Now, this is where we're gonna get into like the real thing, okay? Like I said, when I was a kid, I used to play games. I used to have, I think every gadget I used to have as a kid, I used to have this one game, this legendary game I had on every, like, even on my mom's phone, I don't know. But yeah, I think on my mom's phone last time, before I had my phone, I had this game. And then when I had a tablet last time when I was small, I had this game. I had my phone, I had this game. Basically, it was the game that I always had. Can you guys guess? It's called Plants vs Zombies. Okay, so that was the iconic game that I always had. I loved that game last time. I even had the Plants vs Zombies 2 at one point, but I preferred the first one. Okay, guys, be honest. Do you prefer number 1 or number 2? I prefer number 1. I'm just saying. Okay. I played games growing up, like most of kids nowadays. I guess now it's even worse. The younger generation has it worse. You know, like the younger generation from me. But yeah, even me as like a younger generation now, I also had it. Like, you know, I had tablet and I had some of the games I used to play is Smurf Village. I used to play like that kind of game lah. You know, the game where you have to look after something, or like Pow, you know, so you had to make Pow grow, you know, stuff like that lah. Like Smurf Village, Toy Shop Story. I had that also. I guess I like that kind of game where you have to look after something. But now looking back, it's so boring. Like, why did I like that? Why did I like plant a pumpkin in Smurf Village and have to wait like 12 hours? Like, why did I do that? It's just weird. But I thought it was fun at that time. Whatever. I used to play racing games. I used to play what's the game called? Subway Surfer. The one you have to jump across the train. Temple Run. I played a lot of games growing up. Okay, whatever. What is the point with this? The point with this is I got addicted. Alright? I was always on the tablet, always on the phone. Always got addicted. I had Minecraft also. When I was small, my brother got me into Minecraft. So yeah, I used to play Minecraft on the laptop. Wow, it was like an unhealthy amount. Like, I used to like sit at the laptop literally for hours. Until my eyes is already tired, I still play. You know, you get what I mean? And it's like, it's just got so addictive. And it's like, you don't even realize it, you know? And I used to, you know, it's like everything I do, it's like oriented around Smurf Village, you know. I need to come home early. I need to come home fast from school because I need to harvest the potato that I planted last night. You know, things like that. I used to do that. Like, before I sleep, I will plant something that will like grow in like 24 hours, right? And then the next day I'll come from school and then I will like harvest that thing. Yeah, I used to do things like that. You guys who play Smurf Village or used to play Smurf Village, do you guys used to do that? I don't know. I used to. And I get so sad when if I'm too late. You know, and then the plant is already dead. Yeah, it got addictive. And the thing with these kinds of games, like even like games like Candy Crush. Do you guys remember that? Is Candy Crush still a thing? Do people still play? I don't think so. But anyway, yeah, Candy Crush. I remember I found a few games that were like similar to Candy Crush, and literally in the description of the game was, it is addictive. It is an addictive game. They put it right there. Like, and then you wonder why it's addictive. And the thing about something being addictive is that the most dangerous thing, in my opinion, is that you don't realize that it's happening. You think I actually realized that I was addicted to Minecraft? Girl, no. When I got into Minecraft, I was in a different world. I mean, literally, it's worlds, right? You know, I was in a different world. I was chatting with these friends. I mean, I gotta admit, Minecraft was great. I mean, you know, I had international friends or whatever. I mean, it's great, I guess. But, you know, you don't realize when you get addicted. You just get lost inside that world, you know? And the thing is, when you're addicted, you don't really do anything else. All of the hours that you could have spent on something else, something actually productive, you spend in front of a computer. And that's the thing, like, when I look back on that time, I'm like, what was I doing? Another thing is, like, when our parents give us these games, I'm not trying to put the blame on parents here, okay? But, you know, it's like we just freely use these games, and some of these games are just so wrong. I'm gonna give you an example, PUBG. I know I'm probably gonna get hate for that, but it's okay. PUBG is literally a game where you get rewarded for killing people. You have, like, oh my goodness, like, it's so wrong when you actually think about it. Not just PUBG. I mean, there's so many shooting games out there. So many. And I can't believe I never used to see anything wrong with it. You know, I didn't used to play PUBG. I used to play Free Fire with my friends. It was so fun. But now that I think about it, like, what was the game teaching me? What was I teaching myself through the game? Literally, we are talking to each other, me and my friends, you know, chatting, you know, talking through the game. Like, we can hear each other and we're like, first to shoot, and stuff like that. Like, we get rewarded for killing people. How wrong is that? I'm just gonna put that out there. Like, how wrong is that? And I'm gonna give you another example of a game that I used to play with my brother. My brother had a PS3. Yeah, I think it was a PS3. And we used to play GTA. Oh my goodness. And the thing is with that, it's like you literally, like, it's so fun to go and steal cars and to, I used to like run over people just because it was fun. I used to shoot people just because it was fun. And it's like, when I run over people, me and my brother will be like laughing, hey, like, it's so wrong. And we were like, I was super young. And imagine how many people spend hours every day killing people to get rewarded. I'm just gonna put that out there. And when you actually look at it from like a biblical perspective, you try look at those like shooting games. I'm just using PUBG as an example and GTA because those were the games that I played. And it's literally calling evil good. Literally. You kill people and you are called a champion. You are called a winner. And guys, it feels so good. Like when I used to play Free Fire and you get that booyah at the end, because PUBG one is winner winner chicken dinner, right? And then Free Fire one is booyah, and I felt so good. I remember there were a few times like I came out like number 1, you know, or number 2, you know, like the winner, and I felt so good. It feels so good, but it's so wrong. It's literally calling evil good right in front of our eyes. We feel good doing something evil. Even it's inside a game. I don't care. Like, people are gonna say it's just a game, it's just entertainment. It's not. Okay, what you play, okay, what you see, what you watch, it literally goes inside your head. And I mean, okay, now we're gonna really get to the point of PS5. Okay, so everyone was so hyped about it, right? Everyone was talking about it. I saw some of my friends posting on like their WhatsApp status and things like that about, someone please give me PS5 for Christmas, you know, or like all I want for Christmas is PS5 and things like that. And like when you look at it, I mean, it looks so normal, right? But that is literally like, think about it. How many kids do you know get excited about going to church? By the way, if you can hear the fan, I'm so sorry, it's too hot, I have to switch it on. But you know, how many kids do you know get excited about the Bible? Such a weird thing to think about, but think about it. Like, we get so hyped for a game. And that is incredibly sad how kids literally now, kids are just, this is all they see. Literally, this is all they want. And that is taking away what only God can give them. You know, that is taking away from the gifts that they can get from God. That is taking away from what they can learn from the Bible. That they are growing in the games instead of growing spiritually, if you get what I mean. And it's just, they think they're gaining something. They think they're gaining, you know, the game or whatever. But they're losing so much. They're losing so much that God can give them, because they choose not to do it. They choose not to seek anything from God, and instead they choose to seek something to entertain themselves for hours in a day. And they think they're doing something good for themselves, but it's literally just destroying their brain. It's not even doing anything good for them. And when you think about it, the amount of hours that a kid spends every day, every week, on a game, in front of a screen, laptop, tablet, phone, or whatever, imagine how much they can learn from that, okay? Imagine how many of those hours, right? So many hours in a week that a kid uses to play games. And then they go to Sunday school for like 2 hours. And then the parents and the priests and the church leaders, they wonder, why don't these kids turn out good? Why don't these kids turn out the way like we teach them to? And this is actually a really good point, and it was brought up in this documentary that I will link down below. It's by missionary Spencer Smith on YouTube. I haven't watched the whole thing yet, but I've watched some of it, and I like his channel also, so just go and support. I'll try to find that documentary. It's very recent. It's called God's Millstone. It's really good. Go check it out. Go watch his other documentaries also. But anyway, yeah, that's a really good point that he brought up. Like the amount of hours they spend playing games, being addicted to that, and then they go to Sunday school for like 2 hours. You really think that they're gonna turn out, you know, godly people? That's so rare, right? And it's just so sad that these games, the hype over this for example, yeah, this PS5, that really takes away the kids from being hyped to learn about God. That sounds dumb, but it's true, isn't it? I get hyped every single day to read my Bible, to do my quiet time. And people might think that's crazy, like why? Well, that's because I have this, ever since I decided to really follow God, I have this desire, this burning fire. Oh, that rhyme. Desire, burning fire to follow Him. And that's why I get so hyped every single day to film videos for this channel, to do my quiet time. And that's the hype. That's a really good hype. That's a hype that is actually fulfilling, you know. But these kids, instead of getting hyped over that, they get hyped over the games, and that's not their fault, you know. But that's because that's what is being pushed in front of them. That's what they're doing, you know. That's what is being promoted. I mean, even in the church, like I've seen like memes and stuff on Twitter about like the priests saying like Jesus is among us, you know, and stuff like that. I get it, like I get the whole like pop culture thing, you're trying to make yourself relevant, but at the same time, like you're literally promoting it to the kids, you know. Like this is what is being put in front of them. It's not their fault. It's not their fault they're getting addicted. It's not their fault that they're putting that above their relationship with God. It's not their fault that maybe even some kids like go to church and all they're thinking about is like, oh, I can't wait to go home and play Minecraft, you know. Like that's possible. There are kids out there who do that, who just, I can't wait to go home from school to play games, you know. Like it's not their fault. It's not their fault. It's not their fault. It's not the kids' fault. It's not the young people's fault. It's not our fault. It's literally what is being placed right in front of us. All we see all around is things like that, materialistic things to be hyped about, when every day kids are learning about how to get a kill streak, you know, like how to kill people, how to be like the best killer, if you put it that way, right? The best killer, if you come out on top. Maybe some of them even know how to throw a grenade, you know. When kids learn how to summon demons in Minecraft, that's another point that missionary Spencer Smith brought up. I never actually realized that last time, you know. I never did. There's literally the nether there and like the enderman and whatever. Like, I never used to realize, I never noticed that last time, so that's new knowledge to me. But yeah, kids are learning all of these things. Realistically, you really think there's room for God inside their brains, inside their heart, when every single waking hour they just can't wait to play games? And I know maybe some of my friends feel like I'm missing out because I'm not playing PUBG with them. I'm not playing Among Us, and they're always like, sometimes, not always, but sometimes like they post like their winnings and whatever with their teams and stuff like that, and they join tournaments and stuff like that. But I don't feel like I'm missing out at all. I really don't. I don't have Instagram anymore. I don't feel like I'm missing out. I don't have Twitter anymore. I don't feel like I'm missing out. I might make a different video on why I don't have the social media apps in my phone. I still have the accounts. They're still there, but I don't have the apps anymore. I might make a different video about that. But I really don't feel like I'm missing out at all. Because the truth is, they are the ones missing out. It sounds harsh, but they are the ones who are missing out. You know, because instead of reading the Bible, instead of getting to know who God is, who Jesus is, you choose to know how to kill people. You know, you choose to learn how to steal cars. You have all of that in your brain. Like, there's really no more room for God, you know. And I was playing games last time, and I wouldn't even consider myself like a gaming addict. I definitely wasn't that bad, but I was like, you know, playing games all the time. But I wasn't like until I was an addict, I guess. But I was playing it all the time when I was a kid. You really think I used to read my Bible? No, never. You know, in fact, I only started reading my Bible this year, and I have this video, the previous video, talking about that. And that's just how, you know, I can't be the only kid out there who never used to read the Bible. I really can't. You know why? Because my family gave me a tablet. And what did I install on the tablet? You really think it was a Bible app? No, it was Small Village. It was Plants vs. Zombies. It was racing games even. You know, like pointless things. Like, we don't need games, honestly. I mean, like pointless games like that lah. I mean, I know there are games that can teach kids colors and alphabets. I mean, whatever. I'm not talking about that. but I'm talking about the games that we mostly play nowadays lah. Shooting games, car games. It's just pointless. You know, when you actually think about it, even if you feel like car games doesn't give you like any bad things, but I mean at the end of the day it's still pointless, you know. I used to get so annoyed when I have to leave my game to do a chore, you know. These games are basically just a prison for our minds, you know. They teach us things that we don't need to learn. And there are people who grow up being gaming addicts, you know, from a kid to an adult, and it just doesn't stop because they're so addicted already, and they feel like they are free. They feel like they're doing something that they're meant to do, or they, you know, whatever it is. But the truth is, people spend so much money. I mean, I don't even know how much the PS5 costs, but I know that, you know, games and all of that stuff, they need a lot of money, right? And also, like, for something like the PS5 thing, like, I think you need to buy the different games also, right? If you want to play FIFA, you gotta buy a FIFA game, like things like that. So yeah, you spend so much money. So many people spend so much money for a prison, you know. Spend so much money on a prison when they can literally have a Bible and be free. And that's the thing that disturbs me, and that's the thing that makes me so sad, because kids are having this since they were small, you know. I had a tablet. I could play games on my mom's phone since I was a little girl, you know. These things is just being handed to us. And then when we grow up and leave the faith or leave the church, and then people wonder like, what happened? What went wrong? It was because of all of those hours, all of those years of just games and addiction, you know? Addiction to all of these games. And I mean, when you think about it, you probably had video games in your house since you were small. At least like computer games even, you know? My brother had an Xbox last time, I think. Yeah, I didn't used to play it, I think, but he used to play it. So I remember there was an Xbox in my house, and I was like under 7 years old. Probably 5. You know, we had that since we were small. So if I was 5, my brother was like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know, 9 years old already have an Xbox. What? I'm not trying to blame family. I'm not trying to blame anyone here. Everyone needs to wake up to this, you know, because like we can't have kids having hours and hours and hours of games and pointless, even harmful things going inside their brain, poisonous things poisoning their brain. And then we send them to Sunday school for like 2 hours, and then we wonder what went wrong. You know, the problem was always there. So yeah, I think it's safe to say that I will not install games anymore. I'm pretty happy with my life. I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything, even though everyone is talking about Among Us. I won't even install that because I just don't want to get addicted. I don't want to spend my life on the screen, living life through a screen. I just don't want to do that. So yeah. So yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and as you can see, I didn't attack PS5 in any way. I didn't attack any specific games, but I just tackled this whole issue as like a whole, like the whole problem with it. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great year end and new year, and I will see you in the next video, and God bless you all always. God bless your day, your week, your month, your year, your life. God bless you and your families, and don't forget, Jesus loves you so much. One last thing.